This part of the lesson, we are going to be ordering fractions, and we are going to be using the greater than, we're going to be using the greater than and less than symbols. Now, we looked at these in yesterday's lesson, so hopefully we are feeling confident on what the symbols mean and how to use them. But today we're going to be looking at more than two numbers. So we'll be looking at 3 and 4 fractions and comparing and ordering them all. So it says here, use the greater than and less than symbol to make this number sentence correct. So we've got 2/4, something, 1/4, something, 3/4. So first of all, we're going to start with just this bit here. So 2/4, something, 1/4. Now, we've got the same denominator, so we look at our numerator. 2 is the greater numerator, which means 2/4 is our greater fraction. So 2/4 is greater than 1/4. We then have a look at these two fractions. So we've got 1/4 and 3/4. Again, they've got the same denominator, so we need to have a look at our numerator to see which is the larger fraction. 3 is the bigger number, so 3/4 is larger than 1/4. So we would put in our less than symbol. So if we have a look in the red, we've got 2/4 is greater than 1/4. And if we look at the blue, we've got 1/4 is less than 3/4. So if I get rid of these boxes, we've now got 2/4 is greater than 1/4, which is less than 3/4. So we've now been able to create a number sentence that compares 3 fractions. So let's have a look at another one. So here we've got sevenths, so we've got 6/7, 4/7, and 2/7. Now again, we will have a look and split them up. So let's have a look first of all at 6/7 and 4/7. So the denominator is the same, so we look at our numerator. We can see that 6 is the larger number, so we put our greater than symbol in. Moving over to the next two. We've got 4/7 and 2/7. Again, looking at our numerator because the denominators are the same. And I can see that 4 is the larger number. So 4 is bigger than 2, is greater than 2. So I'm going to put the greater than symbol in here. So again, if we look at blue, we're saying that 6/7 is greater than 4/7. And if we look at red, we're saying 4/7 is greater than 2/7. So if we get rid of our boxes, our number sentence now says 6/7 is greater than 4/7, which is greater than 2/7. So again, we're still following that pattern and that we are making a correct number sentence. Now the next one, we're going to skip that one and go on to this one. We need to do some converting. We've got 4 fractions here, so a bit of a jump. We've got 4 fractions and they've got different denominators. So we need to convert them so that we can order them using the greater than and less than symbol. So I've put here, let's make our fractions have a denominator of 12. So starting over here with 4/6, how do we get from 6 to 12? We multiply it by 2. So if I multiply my denominator by 2, I must multiply my numerator by 2. So I'm going to have 8/12. Having a look at 1/3, how do I get from 3 to 12? Well, I know that 3 times 4 is 12, so I must multiply it by 4, which means I need to multiply my numerator by 4 as well. So 1 times 4 is 4. My next fraction is already in 12ths, so I can keep 2/12 as it is. And then we've got 10/24. Now this time we're going to have to divide rather than multiply because 12 is less than 24. So how do I get from 24 to 12? Well, I divide it by 2. 24 divided by 2 equals 12. So if I'm dividing my denominator by 2, that must mean I also need to divide my numerator by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So now I have got all of my fractions as 12ths. So with a denominator of 12. So now I can put them using in order, using the greater than and less than symbol a little bit easier. So we will have a look at these two first. So we've got 8/12 and 4/12. So looking for the greater numerator now that they are both the same. And we know that 8 is larger than 4, so 8/12 is the larger fraction. So that means that 4/6 is greater than 1/3. Having a look at the next two, we've got 4/12 and 2/12. So again, what is the greater numerator? Well, 4 is our greater numerator, so I'm going to put my greater than symbol here. So that means 4/12 is greater than 2/12, which is the same as 1/3 is greater than 2/12. Finally, we're going to have a look at the last two fractions here. So we've got 2/12 and 5/12. So 2/12 and 5/12, 5 is the greater numerator, which means that 2/12 is smaller than or less than 5/12, which is the same as 2/12 is less than 10/24. So if I then rub out all of my boxes and my conversions, like so, I've now got the number sentence 4/6 is less than 1/3, which is less than 2/12, which is greater than 10/24. So even though we've got different denominators, different numerators, we have still been able to order them and compare them. So what you should be able to go and do now is have a go at the problem solving questions in task 2 on Schoology for me. Now, as before, they do get trickier as you go through the questions, but just try your best and have a go at them all.